Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to Agent Spotlight. Happy Monday. I hope you guys had an awesome weekend, and we are here again with an amazing real estate agent. Bienvenidos, amigos. Sabemos que muchas de las veces no nos damos la oportunidad de, ahora sí que, de verdad investigar, de verdad hacer las preguntas necesarias. ¿Por qué? Porque vas a hacer una inversión. You're gonna make a great investment in the purchase of a real estate. So my name is Caros Estrada. This is Agent Spotlight.
Hi everyone, my name is Abel Badillo here with Agent Spotlight. Today we have a very, very special guest. And like Carlos said, we only bring the best real estate agents in Arizona to the show for you guys, so that you guys can kind of get to know the agents that are producing in Arizona, so that you can make sure that when you pick your agent, you know, I think we all know 1, 2, or 3 real estate agents, but that doesn't mean they're all producing. That doesn't mean they're all constantly in the market. That doesn't mean that they know what they're doing. So today we have one of my favorites. We have Missy Montante with Camelback Executives. Welcome, Missy. How are you?
Thank you. Great. So nice to see both of you.
Likewise. It's been a while.
I'm Missy with Camelback Executive Realtors. I'm the broker for the company. I've been in business for, I want to say like 35 years already.
Which you wouldn't be able to tell.
So,
at all.
yeah,
Like you were in your 30s.
But so happy to be here and hopefully bring some...
Share your knowledge.
Bring some light to
30 years, that's a long time.
It's a lot. You have to love it. And I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. I have so much passion for
Here's
it.
the thing, and the majority of people are watching, they don't realize that a lot of agents get burnt. You know what I mean? After, 2 years in the business, let alone, 30 years, that's a long time.
Yep.
Well, and what makes you unique is you started real estate at such a young age. Like, this is pretty much all you've done, but you've also seen the market and the highs, the lows, the highs. So you know how to navigate.
Missy, is this your first and only job?
No, I worked before that.
I'm just saying, because you look so young.
Thank you. No, I started working when I was 15.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
15.
I worked at Cleaners, and then I worked in the front desk, and then I worked at what else did I do before that? Waitressing.
Yeah, you're okay.
Waitressing while I was going to college, and then I started doing all 3.
Yeah.
I would go to school from 8 to 12, and then from 1 to 6 I would do real estate, and then from 7 to 12 I'd work at a comedy show.
And then you do it
comedy show.
Again.
Yeah, not as a comedian. No.
Damn. Did you pick up any good jokes?
I did.
You did? Okay, you're going to share some of those with us today.
Sounds good.
Missy, obviously, like always, something that we like to share with our audience is, we want to get to know who you are, at a personal level, look, where were you from, things like that of that nature. But I do, being in the business for 30 years, I have to ask, what is, and share with us, right? What is the hardest thing you have ever had to tell a client?
Oh, gosh, that's a good question. Probably that they don't qualify for some reason or another. I think that's very heartbreaking, because buying a house is like the biggest dream,
right.
and to have to for some reason or another, whether they did something by accident, they lost their job. I think that's, to me, that's the most difficult.
You mean up front, in the beginning, or?
Oh yeah, right away. I have no problem with just crushing it right away. No, I'm serious. I'm sorry, you don't qualify now, but that doesn't mean that you won't in 3 months or 6 months or a year.
And I think that's one of the really cool things that I've gotten to know about you is there's a lot of lenders and a lot of agents that will say, hey, you don't qualify, see you later. Mm-hmm. But I think what's really cool is that you take the time to tell them, explain to them why they don't qualify, and then give them the steps that they obviously need to take so that they do qualify later on. And not a lot of agents do that. So I think that's really cool that you do.
And something cool that it is, not cool, but something that I think as a client you would learn to appreciate is the fact that somebody's upfront with you, right? You know what I mean? They're not just gonna for you bring you along, struggle you along, only to find out that you're not gonna qualify. Right? Yeah. So the idea is that if you're
and then it's even a bigger disappointment, thinking you can and then it's taken from you.
What I've seen with customers that they've told me, so they'll go to somebody, they're really nice to them.
Right.
And then they find out, oh, you don't qualify. See you later. They never call them back. And it's like, you're like nothing.
follow up.
You know, and for me, it's like, give them all to me.
Yeah.
Because I will put them on a plan.
Right.
And I'll be straightforward. Hey, you can't right now, but if you do this, this, and this, and then I'll follow up with them like 2 months later. Did you do this? No? Okay, well, then you have to wait.
Yeah. No, you have to-
Because, you know, everybody has to wait for that moment.
Exactly.
Not everybody's ready.
No, and we've seen people, you know, being in the industry, we've seen people that have a lower credit score, and sometimes it's 2 weeks, sometimes it's 3 months, sometimes
Right.
it's 6
Yeah.
months. So it's always different for everybody. But with 30 plus years in the industry, do you remember the first house you sold?
I absolutely
What was it
do.
like giving
No
that client?
way, really?
I do.
She's gonna be that one that name drop.
I know.
You got a name, last name drop. There's a if it's a Sanchez or Hernandez, they're already or a Smith.
I had no clue about real estate. None whatsoever. And well, I did a little tour with my broker. I just signed up with her. And then we went and looked at like 5 houses that she had in her, you know, listings. And I saw one of them, and this couple called me regarding the house. I mean, it was like, I just told them all about it. Oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. They got really excited. We went over there, looked at it, and they bought it. Like, it was my 3rd day in the business. So my first house.
Look at you.
Nice.
A lot of
But I
real
just
estate
get really
agents-
excited about it, you
And
know?
you should. And it's cool that you say that, because, you know, real estate agents, when they're starting out, sometimes it takes months before they get something under contract.
Yeah, sometimes a whole year. I've seen agents, you know, to struggle. But I do have to ask, because I mean, the Valley, obviously, as you know, anybody that's lived here for a long time has grown. You know what I mean? And we
Yeah.
keep growing by the masses. Where was the
It's the
property?
largest city.
Yeah, where was the property located?
Well, my first job was at Moreno Realty. I don't know if you remember her.
I don't.
But, she was on 51st Avenue in McDowell.
Okay, so Maryvale.
And so, but yeah, so it was Maryville, but the lady that bought, the couple that bought the house, they needed to get a translator because they were from China.
China,
And so
okay.
we had like, all of us with our, you know,
Yeah.
our
So it
communication.
was like,
yeah,
and
so
you
that
know,
was really, really
and
cool.
communication is key when it comes to these type of transactions. So it's really cool. No, that's
Yeah.
awesome. So tell us something that people don't know about you, or, you know, not a secret per se, but something that not a lot of people know about you. Something that would shock the world. Can you sing? Can you dance?
I cannot sing. No, not at all. I love dancing though. Sometimes on Tuesdays on 7th Street and Glendale, there's a dance place. And then you just walk in
What
and
do
then
they
take
have?
a dance class.
I do dance classes on Thursdays. We should go
You do?
together.
Oh my gosh,
I
yes,
do
absolutely.
salsa at the Deuce.
Oh, okay.
The one right there on is it Buckhead?
It's like Lincoln and
okay.
Central.
And
Where do
you
go?
do salsa as well?
Well, whatever class they're teaching on Tuesdays.
Tap dance?
Last time, no. I mean, last time they were doing the waltz.
Oh, that's
And then,
fun.
you know,
I
so
wanna learn
yeah,
how
but I want to
that.
do more stuff.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Swing.
That's actually
Something that-
that's well, that right there. I mean, do a lot of people know that you're an
No,
expert
probably not.
dancer?
No.
No? Are you
No.
one?
I love belly dancing.
Are you
too. I've
are you
taken
one
a
of
lot
those that
belly
sneaks out in the middle of the night? You know, all
Playing with her big ass eagle, and then she like shows up in her red dress.
Yeah, and then you know that cover up. She's
Yeah,
like,
the trench coat. And then she's like, I'm ready. Shows up in like a long red dress.
Missy, obviously, how does one get a hold of you? If you know, I mean, 30 years in the business, I'm pretty sure half the Valley already has your information.
No,
but
all you have to type is Missy Montante or Miss
Camelback
Raim,
executive.
and
Camelback.
yeah, I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
But you know, on
She's
Google,
popular.
whatever. But no, I mean, just
She's like,
I don't
just
even know.
Go ahead
Like,
and Google me.
Yeah,
Like
just
me.
Google.
yeah, I'm like a sitting duck. You know what I mean? Like anybody can find me, anything about me. So
Yeah.
no secrets.
So
Secrets don't make friends.
I'm assuming Facebook, Instagram, you're
Yeah, some of that
TikTok. You TikTok?
I think not quite as much.
You have a
Like, just
TikTok,
I
though?
do, but
I don't even have a TikTok.
no, it's really cool.
Get with it, buddy.
I have to. We were at
Oh
a
my gosh,
conference
it's
and they told us
crazy.
it's all moving to TikTok, and I'm like, I've been refusing for years. I was like, nope, not gonna do it. I'm already wasting my time on all these other apps.
You know what? Have you had the opportunity to mess around with?
I love TikTok. I'm like in like obsessed with
But
it.
one thing is,
But
being like there,
And producing
content. It's just I've tried it and it's so time consuming.
it's just because it's very real, because it's people doing.
It's real time. And it's so funny that you mentioned that, because now one of the things we learned is that people aren't going to YouTube anymore when they need to learn how to do something. They're going to TikTok. So recipes, like, you know, sometimes you Google, like, how do I fix this on my car? And then you used to go to YouTube. Now people are going to TikTok.
You know what I mean?
Insane.
There's a lot of junk too, though. It's like, so
I'm sure.
you have to scroll fast.
I'd probably go
till
through
you
the
find
funny
something
stuff.
you like.
I'd be like, haha.
But it is good for any kind of mood you're in. Like if you really want to like do some cooking, like I did some chia pudding. I got some really good recipes and things like that.
That's what it's like the new Pinterest / YouTube /
But I don't think that it
entertainment.
replaces them, because here's the thing: YouTube, especially like those people, I do when I do my own auto mechanic stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I'll go in there and they go step by step, bolt by
They
bolt.
do the same thing on
But-
TikTok,
but
with
TikTok-
captions.
But here's the thing: but it goes by so fast.
It does, but it's so, I don't know how to explain it. Like,
It's
people
time
are just,
consuming.
yeah, it's time
I mean, like-
consuming to sit through like the whole YouTube video, where you could see. I mean, and it's funny that you mentioned that like it's not gonna replace it, because I always said like Facebook wasn't gonna replace MySpace.
Yeah.
Instagram wasn't gonna replace Snapchat.
Absolutely.
Like, and here we are now, and it's like, oh shit.
Well,
So
there's
it's like, I'm old now. I don't have a TikTok.
Well, there's talks that Facebook's gonna be all video as well. So I mean, I don't know where I heard that, but I heard that. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So I mean, everybody that's out there, you get ready to just everything be video. So
Yeah.
Missy, you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
That's why we're here shooting videos for you guys.
I really do wish I would do more, and I
Yeah.
think I would. The best for me if I hired somebody that would like just do some of
Follow
that,
you around
because
with their
I'm
phone.
so busy. Gosh.
Especially with the new iPhones, you
day.
can shoot and like you can shoot
That
a
is
movie.
true, right? Like you could just do. You could
Have
be
you not
driving.
seen
It's like
their commercial?
I'm,
It's like shot on iPhone, and it's like this like.
I'm going to Chandler to show this house. You want to come along?
You know what? Because they had like a harness, right, that you would put on, and then the thing would
Like
just,
a GoPro.
They would just rotate around you.
Like the Ubers.
Yeah,
that have those
you can
A
cameras
day
on
in the life.
Yeah, you could probably do a reality show. But hey, we're gonna
Yeah,
take a
that's true.
short break, and we'll be right back with more games.
Yeah, we're gonna play
games
some games
information.
today.
More the professional side of Missy Montante. We'll be right back.
Hi everybody, I'm Amber Diaz. I work with Driggs Title out of the Westgate office. I have been in title and escrow for, oh my gosh, over 20 years. I've been an escrow officer with Driggs for the last 5 years. Yeah, so I love doing escrow because I love getting to be a part of a transaction that's such a huge part, and I like to help bring joy and peace to it because it can be a very stressful situation. So I treat every transaction like it's my own, like it was my own mother, my own family. So that's just really important to me. So yeah, that's all about me. Hopefully we'll see you on the next deal, and don't forget to keep tuning into Agent Spotlight.
Welcome back, guys.
Waka.
Yeah, let's get this going, right? Let's jump right back into it. Something that we do, Missy, is we play a game that's called Truth or Dare.
We all know it.
We all know it. Everybody knows it. You at home know it. But the idea is to put you on the spot, right? See what we can get out of you. More juicy stuff. But so yeah, Abel, you want to do us the honor, man, and hit her with some questions?
Yeah, truth or dare.
Wow. Oh.
Carlos will do one too. Don't worry.
Let's go with truth.
Truth. Who is the person you most regret kissing ever?
Ooh.
And this ain't one of those reality shows where you can plead the fifth.
You can always defer to a shot at tequila.
Yeah, that is a choice. That is an option.
I don't think I have any regrets about anybody I kissed.
Oh, look at her.
She's very selective.
No, I'm like, if I do it, like, I try to live life without having to regret.
No regrets.
You know, because then it just goes better. I mean,
Right.
so.
And I agree with you. It's like I think I would rather regret doing something than regret not doing it.
So
Yeah.
you don't have anybody you've ever, I guess not regret, but been like, you know what? should
No,
have done that.
I keep trying to think, you know,
I feel
like,
like
who
I
would I
definitely had
not?
those drunk moments where I was like, oh shit. And then,
Embarrassing moments.
Yeah.
Not like a regret, but more like an embarrassing moment.
right, it was just kind of like, oh my god.
I don't know
so
if that
sick.
counts though. No?
Yeah, no, I
maybe.
guess it doesn't count because it technically wasn't me, it was Mateo.
Right.
Yeah.
It was you who?
It was Mateo, my alter ego.
Oh,
Or Tito's.
Right?
Okay, so your alter ego when you're drunk, his name is Mateo.
And he's Brazilian.
And he's Brazilian.
Yeah, he's from Sao Paulo.
Okay. Do
That's
you have
how I
an alter
introduced
ego?
myself.
I mean,
You
no,
don't-
I don't.
No?
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
you want to come up with something real quick?
All right, we'll move on.
Okay, sorry. I'm like, don't have a
she has
name
no
for you.
regrets. I
She's like, I live in
No,
regret free
no,
life.
I just-
It's like that guy from Where the Millers No Regrets.
no regrets. Yeah,
I was
mean,
happy about everybody I kissed.
It's like, yeah. That's,
so
that's
if you're
a win.
listening to this and you ever got a kiss from Missy, yeah, you're good.
Here's
You're
another one.
good. You're good, dog.
You're good, man.
So we're gonna play a really, really fun game. It's roulette, right? Where you can win prizes, and
Okay.
one of those prizes is a shot of tequila. So
Oh.
just be prepared for that.
One of those
Okay.
prizes. I like how it used to be like a penalty kind of thing, and now it's just a
A
prize.
prize.
And it's so funny because everybody like, and they're like, "Can we do the shot anyway?" And we're like, "Sure."
And we have to do a shout out to Dwayne Johnson. Hey,
we're
production.
we're running low.
We have to tag him. 'Cause
Yeah, we really do.
we really do. So let me bring out the roulette,
Oh,
right? So we can. Oh man, let's see if we can fit it here real quick. But yeah, what I'm gonna do, just go ahead and spin it.
oh, can I try it again?
Yeah, go
Okay,
for it.
let's go. Hold on.
She wants to hold on to it. She like, oh,
Make it good,
it
baby.
spins out and knocks out one of the tables too.
It is a dot card.
That dot card, man. We have to get some dot cards.
Yeah, we'll send it to you.
We'll send it to
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
we just ran out recently.
Okay.
yeah, so a dot card. What's a dot card is pretty much, I don't know if I ever showed you the one where you just tap on your phone
then it collects-
and all the contact just
Oh.
Like your little headshot
cool.
and your like Instagram, Facebook,
Oh, that's
phone
cool.
number, email. Yeah, it just saves it. So it's really fun. So congrats on that.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
You're the first person on the show not to take a shot.
right. We take shots with the people that come too, so it's kind of like we all missed that one.
Right.
Oh.
Right. The
Are you glad
withdrawals.
about that, or you're just kind of like, oh,
I'm
this
kind of
is
bummed.
boring?
I had the coffee here. I was just gonna pour it in there and keep start the party. But definitely, Missy, a little bit about your real estate career and how you can help people that are listening today. Pretty much buy, sell, invest, and I'm assuming do you do a little bit of commercial at all? Or?
I do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
I have.
Okay, cool. So that's amazing. But I know you told us 30 years in the business. You
35.
are
35.
35 years in the business. You own your own brokerage. How many agents do you have?
I think there's like about 12, 13.
12,
something
13
like that.
agents.
Yeah.
Awesome. And where's your brokerage located?
It's 1990 West Camelback, Suite 103, Phoenix, Arizona 85015.
I'm assuming you've been in that location for a while.
30 years. I should own the building.
You honestly should.
Right?
You outlasted the consulate.
I did. Yeah.
So,
One of the things about this business is you have to stay consistent.
you do. And, I'm
because-
sure that over the years, there's clients that have lost your numbers.
Oh, yeah, they just show up.
Show up, and they're like, "Hey,
Yeah, I'm like,
good girl."
Yeah,
And you're like-
I get that a lot.
Who are you?
That's all the time. I'm like, pretend that I know them until
Yeah. No, she
It's
knows
just- it's
you.
hard, but,
They're
you know,
listening
it's
to you
hard.
right now,
Hard.
and they.
I mean, it takes a
I
little.
mean, it's
you
been
know,
like hundreds of families at this
yeah,
point. right?
hundreds of families.
Yeah.
Super proud
Do
of
you
that.
have an idea how many families?
Lots of them.
Like, you don't have like a number like
I don't.
200, 300?
Oh, definitely more than that.
Oh, really? That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's insane. Look
That's
at
amazing.
you.
I mean, I'm like on second, almost going on third generation. It's so cool. Like
So-
a lot of my customers, they came with their babies, and
You
then
sold
now
houses
they're
to
like,
their babies,
you're
and now
you
you're
guys,
selling houses to the
young.
babies.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's cool.
That's pretty impressive.
It's really cool.
That's very
Yeah.
impressive.
So I have a question. Why did you decide to get into the real estate arena?
Originally, okay, so I met a real estate attorney that suggested, I was going to Phoenix College, that suggested you should get your real estate license. And I'm like, that age, you're not listening to anybody. I'm like, why would I want to do that?
Why would I do that?
And then he's like, you could buy a house. You could buy a house for your mom. And, that's kind of where it stemmed from. Because in the winter, the renters, the house that we rented, the winter, the heater didn't work, the summer, the air conditioner. And I'm just like, you know what? That was there's something I want to do for my mom and for us, right? So I bought that's what I did.
And it's different, right? Especially because, you speak Spanish, correct?
Well, yeah.
So
I was born in Mexico.
In that time, there was no representation.
No, it was funny because if you were a resident back when I started, you couldn't buy a house.
You had to be a full-on citizen?
Yeah.
Look how far we've come, because now I think you can have just a work permit and buy a house. So we've definitely made a lot of progress.
I started, the interest rates were 11%, 12%.
Wow.
What about down payments?
Oh, I don't remember. 3.5 still.
Oh, it was still 3.5, 35 years ago?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. You see, funny, and the reason why I asked that is because some people still are under the mentality.
Because you were just barely born.
No, I know. But I talk to people and they're like, oh,
it's 20%.
We took so long because we thought it was a higher down payment that we needed,
and there's still a very, very high percentage of Latinos that, and we learned this at the conference, I think it was 30% of Latinos still think that you need a 20% down payment. So a big part of it is educating.
Yeah.
And I know you're big in the community, so I know you've been educating people about the actual down payment.
Yeah, down payment.
So check this out. I started with, do you remember a beeper?
Yes. My doctor used to have one.
Yeah.
That's way back in the 90s. That's how
people would communicate with me, with the little beeper.
I got to see that.
It was the king of beepers back then.
I feel like it wasn't that long ago, though.
It was
it was.
I know, but it's my tia still walked around. I remember my tias with the beeper, and and then
what did it do? It was just sending a text message call this
number.
No.
At first it was just a number, and then they obviously technology kept evolving, and then there was a full.
Wait, I have to share another thing that I started with. Okay.
She's smoke signal.
Okay, so this is how old I am. So for real estate, they would print out a book every month, like the Phoenix board, and it looked just like the yellow pages.
Okay.
And it was full of all the addresses, and that's how we would look. That's how we would look for the houses.
With no
you were trying
with no GPS.
No GPS.
Wait, so when you showed houses, did you pull out your map,
Yeah.
And then to find.
Hey, millennial.
You just have to figure it out how to get
millennial
there.
agents. If we went back to that right now, lost.
You guys would quit. You would quit. I remember looking through that. Our contract was one page.
Were handwritten, no?
Yeah, handwritten, one page.
Yeah, count me out, man.
Yeah.
My handwriting is horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's you misspell a number. They think it's
Yeah, an extra. Yeah, and my zero probably looks like a C or
And then they came out with these little square tablet, it looked like this size, and then you would punch in the address, and then it would pop up, the information instead of the book. So we went from the yellow page kind of looking book to this little.
It was a little, I know what you're talking, the little computers. And you see, it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom.
Yeah. It was just a little, it was just the same information that was in the book, except for downloaded into this fancy.
Missy, the idea that you've been doing it for so long, you have these stories, right? You have 300, 400, 500, who knows? You didn't keep count. I would keep count just because that's the type of guy I am. I sold 1,000 homes already, But you know what I mean? Just know that this is something so people know, right?
Yeah.
That, who, when they trust you, what they're trusting. They're trusting many, many years of experience. And you've been evolving with technology as things have. You went from this crazy little thing that, to TikTok. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
To being a TikTok.
I am updated. Okay, I am keeping up.
So tell us really quick how they can, get a hold of you. Maybe your phone number, your socials. Run a little bit out of time.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, Missy 602-369-3210. And I can do commercial, buildings.
especially now that
$1 million homes down to, you know, beginning homes of condos of 200. Like,
she's done subdivisions.
I just got done doing a
Wow,
subdivision.
I know, I remember that. You've been busy this year, and that's awesome. And you know,
we're
I
just
think,
barely now like closing it out. So
yeah,
it's been
and
busy.
I know that was one of your goals when we first brought you onto the show earlier this year,
Yeah.
and to see it all close out is super cool. So
Yeah.
congrats on that.
It's super amazing. I've actually had the privilege to know her, you know, a few years, and she's just a little box of treasure.
Oh, thank you
That's
so
what
much.
she is.
Thank
Thank you
so
very much for being on our show.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you, Missy, and we'll see you soon.
All right.
This was Agent Spotlight.